So if you're in a position where you find yourself being achy and sore a lot, or maybe even getting injured more than you would like to, and know that you want to incorporate foam rolling into your routine, but you just aren't sure how, keep watching. Hello, I am Janae Emily Utley, aka The Fitness Gym, and I am your holistic lifestyle maven and possibility trainer. Welcome back to the channel of possibilities. And here on the channel of possibilities, we are all about helping you and equipping you to live the best life possible while manifesting God's best. So, like I said before, if you are achy a lot, or you feel sore a lot, or you find yourself being injured a lot, it might be because you are overtraining, or it might be because you are not adequately stretching, hydrating, and foam rolling. So today, one of the things we are going to address is the foam rolling. Now, foam rolling is great for so many reasons, but specifically it helps keep the adhesions that might come in your muscles at bay, and it helps keep you limber and flexible and feeling good. So today what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the lower body. So we are going to do a lower body foam rolling routine. I have my handy dandy gym boss making another appearance. And what we're going to do this time, we're going to do 45 seconds of foam rolling, and we're going to do 5 seconds of rest, which should give us enough time to switch to the next body part. Again, we are focusing on the lower extremities. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's get this party started. So the first body part that we're going to be rolling out is our hamstrings. Now you can either do both of them at the same time, or you can do one at a time like I am doing. So I'm making sure that all of my weight is on one side and I'm rolling. So first tip of foam rolling is you want to roll about an inch per second, You want it to be nice, smooth, and rhythmic. Sometimes I see people foam rolling and they're just going back and forth so fast, and that's not how you are supposed to do it. So remember, an inch a second, and keep it smooth. So what you do on one side, you also have to do to the other side. So again, we're shifting all of our weight to the other side, and we're rolling about an inch a second. One key thing to remember when you're foam rolling your lower body, specifically around your knees, is you do not, I repeat, you do not want to go behind your knee on top or on top of your knee. You always want to stop about an inch before you get to those points and roll the other way. The reason for this is we do foam rolling to keep our muscles loose and to keep them limber. If you put your knee in that position, you can actually add or aid in injury. So do not foam roll behind your knee or on top of your knee. It does no good. If this is uncomfortable or a bit painful, do not fret or do not stress. A lot of times when we work out so much and we train and don't adequately foam roll or stretch, our muscles get really tight and they get these adhesions, aka knots in them. So what the foam roll does, it helps to elongate those adhesions, which If you had to think about adhesions, think of it as scar tissue. Like after you have surgery, you have that scar tissue because your body is trying to heal itself. So it's like a big knot of like tissue and fibers and that kind of thing. So that's what you should think of when you think of these adhesions. So you have to roll them out. You have to take some time with some pressure and get them joints from being in a ball to getting to laying flat. So if you feel this, like I'm feeling it, it's okay. It's totally normal. You're not doing it wrong. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. So now we're moving from the hamstrings to the IT bands on the side of the leg, and you want to try to keep your body on the side as much as possible. Now you have two options here. You can either have your leg in the front like I do or in the back. And as you can see, the back is not my favorite because it's hard for me to balance that way, but I know for some people the back works best for them. So find the position that works best for you and roll about 1 inch per second and keep it on the side. Now, some keys to remember when you are rolling out your IT band is the same thing with the knee. You don't want to roll on the side of the knee and put it in a compromising position. You also don't want to roll directly on your hip bone. One, because it's painful, and two, because it's not a whole lot of muscle there. It's really just the bone. So you want to stop about 1 inch before you hit your hip bone and 1 inch before you hit the side of your knee and roll the opposite direction. So now we are transitioning to our thunder thighs, aka our quads. So same rules apply. You want to roll about 1 inch a second. You want to avoid the hips and the knees rolling on top of or under them, and you want to keep it just very, very smooth and rhythmic. You do have the option of doing one at a time, but here I'm doing both at a time just because I am on my smaller foam roller and it's easier, plus my quads were already tender. Another tip to remember when you are foam rolling is to breathe. Deep breaths, keep them coming. You don't want to tense up and hold your breath when it gets to a point where it's hurting or you hit a knot, so it's like really painful. It's going to be very, very imperative that you focus on breathing nice deep breaths and staying calm. Now we're transitioning to our glutes. Now, a lot of people don't foam roll their glutes, I guess because they really don't put two and two together. Like, you want to build a butt, and butt is, your butt is made up of 3 muscles, your minimus, your maximus, and your medius, but they don't take the time to adequately foam roll. And a lot of times when we have pain in our back or in our legs, it's because our butt muscles are just too tight. And if we use them so much doing everything, we use them when we stand up, when we sit down, when we walk, when we run, when we turn to the left, when we turn to the right. So make sure you foam roll those glutes. And that is a wrap. I hope you enjoyed that foam rolling routine. I ain't gonna lie. It was painful. I know that. And if it was painful for you, that's just a sign that you absolutely need to be doing this more. But trust me, because I am a living witness. The more you do this, the better it gets, to the point that it's not painful at all. It's just a process of working those knots that are in your muscle, working them out, right? So that they can just be smooth, lean, and limber. So if you can commit to doing this 5 minutes a day, every day, you will see the progression of this happen very, very rapidly to your benefit. Trust me. So before I leave, I did want to invite you to join my free fitness challenge, which is called the Unstuck Fitness Challenge. It is 3 days, and it's for those of you who are really ready to get unstuck and find momentum in your routine. I will leave that link in the description box below. So until next time, bye. Be blessed.